Midnight Sunday. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to live in a place where at midnight we can contemplate the sun kissing the horizon? It seems like something out of a fairy tale, right? In Finland, this unique experience is an enchanting reality. Imagine yourself walking along quiet streets, where the golden light of the sun illuminates the colorful facades of the houses. The midnight sun phenomenon occurs due to the inclination of the Earth's axis of rotation in relation to its orbital plane around the sun. This inclined angle is responsible for seasonal variation and the presence of seasons. During the summer months in the Northern Hemisphere, the region near the Arctic Circle, which includes parts of Finland, experiences a period when the Earth's tilt allows the sun to remain above the horizon for 24 hours or so. This means that even at midnight, when we would normally be in darkness, the region still receives sunlight. This phenomenon is more pronounced the closer you are to the Arctic Circle. As you move northward, the number of consecutive days with continuous sunlight increases. At the North Pole, for example, there is a period in which the sun remains above the horizon for 6 consecutive months, known as the polar day. However, the intensity and duration of this phenomenon varies according to geographic location. In regions north of the Arctic Circle, such as Lapland in Finland, the midnight sun is more pronounced and can last for several consecutive days, allowing the area to experience nearly continuous sunlight for a specific period. This phenomenon usually occurs between mid-May and mid-July. As you move further south from the Arctic Circle, the length of days with continuous sunlight decreases. In the southernmost parts of Finland, the phenomenon is less noticeable and the days and nights follow more traditional patterns of light and dark throughout the year. In Finland, this natural peculiarity creates an atmosphere that offers extraordinary experiences, shaping not only the landscape but also people's lifestyle and activities during the summer months. The midnight sun is not exclusive to Finland and can be observed in several regions north of the Arctic Circle. Countries such as Norway, Sweden, Iceland, Russia, Alaska, USA, and Canada offer unique experiences of this phenomenon. Cities like Tromsø in Norway, Kiruna in Sweden, Akureyri in Iceland, Murmansk in Russia, and areas like Yukon and Northwest Territories in Canada provide the opportunity to witness the sun shining even at midnight, especially during the summer months. However, during winter, the opposite occurs. Regions close to the Arctic Circle experience longer nights and shorter days, resulting in typical winter conditions with colder temperatures, snow and, in some areas, the polar night phenomenon where the sun does not rise above the horizon for a specific period. These seasonal variations are related to the tilt of the Earth's axis in relation to the sun. Also, the phenomenon of the midnight sun is not limited to the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, regions south of the Antarctic Circle experience a similar phenomenon, called polar night, during the austral summer. However, these areas, such as Antarctica and subantarctic islands, are generally uninhabited or have very small populations, made up mainly of scientists and researchers working at research stations. Unlike populated areas in the Northern Hemisphere, the phenomenon occurs in more remote locations and with a more limited human presence in the Southern Hemisphere. However, during winter, the opposite occurs. Regions close to the Arctic Circle experience longer nights and shorter days, resulting in typical winter conditions with colder temperatures, snow and, in some areas, the polar night phenomenon where the sun does not rise above the horizon for a specific period. These seasonal variations are related to the tilt of the Earth's axis in relation to the sun.